So I've noticed that the prowling stuff tank meta is everywhere right now in Mace, so I just want to showcase this fight. He's a 4.4 awaken weapon, plus he's 200 IP higher than me, so he is way stronger than me right now. But if I play well enough, I can destroy him. Also in this fight I did skill issue him so hard. Right now he just went invis. I can see the mark on top of me. That shows me that he just went invis. So what I'm going to do in this fight is I'm going to target this bat right here. If I target this bat, the second he jumps onto me, because I know he's going to jump onto me straight away right at the start of the fight, I'm going to chain slash onto the bat, which is going to chain back onto him. So I'll do extra damage, plus I'll iframe his jump. So if you see in this fight, he jumps onto me, and there, can you see how I took 0 damage? I iframed his jump, plus I did extra damage because it chained from a mob to him. And now I just keep stacking my Q. He used jacket straight away at the start of the fight. I don't see what the point of that was. I dodged his W. His W's are easy to dodge. He used boots straight away, and notice how I'm not using my boots straight away. I'm waiting for the cooldown of his boots to go about halfway, then I use it. Because if I use straight away, he can still have enough time to cover loads of distance on me. Here I hold my chain slash to dodge his W again, and you'll notice he purged right there. He purged my Q stacks. See, I got Q stacks on him. He purged my Q stacks, but there wasn't any point of that because I only had 1 Q stack. I can literally get 1 Q stack back in like 2 seconds. There was no point of that. He should have saved it for my merc, so I don't see the point of that. I use Gigaport to reduce any damage, because at this point I knew I've won the fight. He did manage to land W on me there, which was kind of scary because he used his full Q combo, which could have one-shot me, but luckily it didn't, and I managed to pop Merc just in time to heal enough HP. He runs away, and all I gotta do now is land the boots on him and chain slash, and I pretty much won the fight. Plus I knew that he doesn't have any what's that thing called, those stacks, those shapeshifter stacks, so I know that he can't run away, and I kill him. Plus a lot of people think with a build like this you don't have much mobility because you don't have a sprint and you're on first Q, which doesn't give you that leap that the second Q does. So people think you don't have a lot of mobility in this build, but people forget you have so much dashes available. You've got your W, you've got your E, you've got your F. Like this rat, he has sprint and he chases me, but he can't catch me because of the amount of dashes I have. Also, you gotta time your dashes. Don't just use on any mob that you see. He just can't catch me because of the amount of dashes I have. Just because I don't have a sprint doesn't mean I don't have a lot of mobility. Here I think I mount up. Yeah, I mount up here and I just escape. Gotta catch me. I just want to show this fight because this is an arclight blaster, and arclight blasters are super meta right now and so OP. He's got a cleanse on, which, if you don't know, a cleanse can purge my Q stacks. Plus he's got royal boots. I'm on chain slash right now, but I changed to Shadow's Edge later on because it can cancel the royal boots. Plus he's got a smuggle escape for double heal. But arclights are a really tough fight if you make a mistake. I boost onto him straight away and try to get as much Q stacks on, and here I E onto him straight away. I E onto him straight away even without my Q stacks, because I know if I get 3 Qs on he's just going to cleanse it either way. So I just E onto him straight away. See, he cleansed there, but at that point there was no point of using cleanse because he's not purging anything. I've already used my E. He used his royal boots and I cancel it with my Shadow's Edge. And here I back off a bit because I don't have any skills to chase or attack. And right now I'm waiting for my Arclight cape. If you can't see, my Arclight cape is on a cooldown right now, and if I engage him right now I won't have enough spells to kill him, and he can just kite me with his E. So I'm waiting for my Arclight cape to come back. Yeah, you can see me checking the cooldown on it. And right now he triggered the purple mob, so I boots onto him to get to this side. and he's gonna go on to the other side to get some more distance. And right now I'm just waiting for my spells to come back. He cleanses, which it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to use my double E anyways. I just use Stalker Hood into an E, and then I do as much damage as I can to kill him, and I just managed to do it. So arclight blasters are a really tough fight, and you gotta really be on top of your game to be able to beat them. Here's a daybreaker that I fought. Daybreakers are also meta right now, and they're not really OP, but they are kind of OP because of the purge and the E. He has assassin shoes, which in my opinion doesn't really pair well with daybreakers. The only reason assassin shoes works on deathgivers is because of the amount of dashes that deathgivers has. Having another dash like assassin shoes pairs really well with deathgivers because you can actually utilize the dash. However, on daybreakers, having a dash on daybreakers isn't really that good, because for daybreakers you want to kite. Daybreakers isn't a full brawl heavy build. You want to kite a bit. That's why the Q has a range on it. Like my Q is just to walk up to him and click it. He has a range into it. So you'd rather have a sprint so you can kite a bit. So in this set he has to brawl, and in a brawl situation I will win. Plus he's got Cultist Cowl, which would be a problem, but I did switch to cleanse. Here I switched to cleanse in the fight, because once he puts Cultist Cowl on me I can just purge it with my cleanse. Start the fight off with assassin shoes, and I'm just getting as much Q stacks as I can. I cleansed his Cultist Cowl, and when he defire resists I use my Gigapot to reduce the damage I take if I hit him. And I'm just stacking Qs, and I did iframe his E right here. Iframing his E is really difficult to do. You have to be able to know when he's going to do his E. I wouldn't expect a beginner player to be able to do that, but this was a pretty free win for me. Here's a legendary mist that I found with a spider in it. However, there was a rat circling it, so it was difficult for me to actually kill the spider. So instead I baited him in. So I switched to my battle spells to fight him. He's a bolt caster on the silence build with a harvester cap. You know, you've seen that build millions of times. So I switched to cleanse. Then I switched to cleanse to cancel his silence. Plus I don't have to worry about his wanderlust, because I know he's just going to use that straight away to catch up to me whilst I'm fighting the spider. Plus I've got my Shadow's Edge to cancel his E. This guy won't fight me unless he sees me fighting the spider, because they're just cowards like that. So I have to bait him in by fighting the spider. So you can see here I'm not actually attacking the spider, I'm just walking around it trying not to get hit by it, because I know he's gonna jump me the second he sees me fighting the spider. So I'm just baiting him in right now. I'm waiting for him to wanderlust on top of me, then I'm gonna OC because he is stronger than me, and then I'm ready to fight him. I do get hit by the spider a bit, but it's fine. There, he wanderlusts onto me. I quickly OC and I'm jumping onto him. Here I cleansed his silence, and here I did a mistake. I Shadow's Edge onto the mob. I was supposed to Shadow's Edge onto him to cancel his E, but I accidentally did it onto the mob, because it's hard to fight when there's two people right next to each other. So I used Gigapot straight away to reduce the damage. And here he cleric robed, and I just used Merc. So I used the Merc on the spider. I started to attack the spider so I can heal from my Merc, because if I attack him I won't heal anything because he's got cleric robe on. So I switch onto the spider, then I quickly switch onto him once his robe is finished. And here he should have won the fight. Here, look, W mob. The mob cancelled his Q. He should have killed me there. I couldn't do anything about that Q, but the mob cancelled it, which allowed me to get my last Q, my third Q, and I eat him. So the mob won me the fight there, but it did also mess me up at the start where I accidentally Shadow's Edged onto the mob. so you know it balanced itself out. But this was a nice fight. Here's me fighting the spider. Here's a fight against a regular bow, but this one's a really weird fight because if you look at his build, he's got, first of all, his W isn't the W that I'm used to. This is a W that enhances his auto attacks instead of the one I'm used to, which is the one that dashes them away. Plus he's got a Mistwalker hood, which in my opinion Mistwalker hood is really OP because 6 seconds of immortality should not be allowed. That's just too long. So fighting against this is really difficult. Plus he's got a mage robe for my merc jacket and he's got royal boots. And I don't switch to Shadow's Edge in this fight because he uses royal boots straight away. So there's no point of me switching to Shadow's Edge to cancel it. So what he did is he literally just spammed every single ability of his right at the start of the fight. So all I had to do was press Gigapot and wait. And now he's got nothing. He spammed all his abilities right at the start of the fight. Even his boots he spammed at the start of the fight. So he's got nothing. He used his hood. And now I can't kill him for 6 seconds. So I'm right now just waiting for his hood to go out. And then I just quickly kill him. This was a weird fight because I don't normally see bows on that type of build. But he played pretty shit. Like he just no brain, just spammed over all his ability at the start of the fight, and then he had nothing for the rest of the fight. But yeah, it was a nice fight. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave it there. That's all for now. Peace.
I remember the streetlights on the corner by the park we used to stay and drink past midnight till the sunrise. Talking shit, couple kids. We were friends that turned to lovers. Yeah, we fell into each other, but our love burned out like a cigarette. And I'm wishing that I would've said